Hi, I'm Jazze with Radio One Dallas, and today my guest is Lisa Nuccio. She is the field sales manager with Tito's Handmade Vodka. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too because we're thinking Titos, but you guys have partnered with Restorative Farms and you have a Love Titos block to block program that you're kicking off. And I'm really excited to tell everybody about it. So give us some details.
Well, Love Tito's it's really our philanthropic heart of Tito's Handmade Vodka, and it's a movement of really passionate individuals giving back to thousands of nonprofits each year within our company, and we're really out there trying to turn spirits into love and goodness. I mean, giving back to our communities has always been and continues to be our love language. It's a huge part of who we are, and it always has been. And then one way that we've been able to really do that is through our block to block program, which was inspired by our farm build out to the distillery to provide fresh produce for our employees. And once we saw kind of the success of what that was doing on our own block in our own backyard with our distillery team, we really wanted to expand it. And so we did.
Okay. So you picked Restorative Farms, right?
Correct.
Why did you guys decide to pick that particular location?
So when we really started researching in 2020, this program began in 2019. Started out with 3 farms that we did, one in Houston, and then one in Miami, and one in LA. And then it was so successful that in 2020 we were like, we're going to look at 25 farms and just across the country. So we started to research, and in the Dallas area, Restorative Farms kept coming up on all of our searches, and really their word of mouth of what they were doing in their community. And so we reached out and connected with them, and it was supposed to be a 30-minute call. And an hour later, we knew what they had planned for Hatcher Farms was something that we really wanted to be a part of. We knew that the mission of them bringing, community-based urban farming system to Dallas was something that we wanted to be a part of, and providing healthy food access and the potential for jobs and training and all that they were doing, and the opportunity for those communities surrounding them. So, and then, we chose them, and we were excited, and we were planning, and then COVID hits. And so the brakes went on in 2020, and we just started to try to backpedal and see what else we were going to do with them. And so they came to us with a plan of creating these grow boxes, literally one box that's packed with soil and seedlings. And it was a way to help keep farmers and their trainees employed, and as well as provide these grow boxes to people that were locked down in COVID at the time.
Okay. So tell me a little bit more about the grow boxes. Exactly what did they do with those?
So a grow box is basically this wooden box, and they put soil, they pack it with soil, and then they can provide seedlings in those grow boxes, and it creates like 8 vegetables that will be there. And so people were able to get those and have them in the convenience of their own home, and kind of like have a mini garden there that could provide this access to this healthy food.
That is a very creative idea. I didn't know that they did those grow boxes, because I actually started trying to grow some produce in my backyard, and I realized how hard it was, and the work, and how much dedication, but it really paid off when I started seeing my squashes and my jalapenos and the tomatoes, and I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. And then you could go to the backyard and just kind of pick something and cook it, and like, this came from the garden, right? So I didn't know that they had these grow boxes, because I would have went and purchased one. So,
sure. That's why you and I today are talking, so we can get the word out, because this was an idea in their brain that they wanted to bring to life. And so when everything kind of shut down, they reached out to us and said, we believe with this donation, if you can make this donation, we can bring this to life. And we said, absolutely, let's do it. We can do it. And so that initial investment these grow boxes have taken off, and it's beyond exciting. Not only are they being utilized throughout Texas, but even outside of Texas, we're being able to utilize them. So it's very exciting.
It really is. And I'm going to check out one of those grow boxes.
Yes,
you are. And have that event. Do not be surprised if I walk away with a grow box.
I would expect no less from you.
So much fun. So Lisa, I know that this project is actually very important and personal to you. Tell me why.
I was there in the beginning with our company, and we really kind of started brainstorming on, some ideas of being able to get out and do things bigger in the community and working in this space. And so I was part of one of the first projects at Hope Farms in Houston. And then to really just see it grow and expand, and now getting to work with Restorative Farms and this program. And, in the middle of COVID, in the middle of a pandemic, to have something so wonderful come out of it it makes me really passionate. I feel like watching it come full circle too, with these hundreds of these grow boxes being utilized, throughout Texas and outside of Texas. And even, we worked with the program in Austin, and they were able to use seedlings from our distillery in some of these boxes. And so everything just kind of came full circle, like one block at a time. So I just believe what Love Titos is doing here with our block to block program, and working with forward thinkers like Restorative Farms. I mean, it matters, and it matters not just for today, but I really believe it matters for years to come.
Yes, I love when,
I'm passionate.
I love when, big companies give back, and try to reinvest into the community, because it's so important. And people are really looking at their food now. I know so many people who are vegans now, or, they just change the way that they eat, and they want to know where the produce is coming from. And so having Restorative Farms, you can see, like I said, I could go in my backyard and say, I know what was in this tomato, how it was grown, what did I, feed it with as far as the water and different things like that. So it's so good to encourage this. And I'm so glad that you guys are doing this. So how can the community get involved and support the work of Restorative Farms?
The great thing about Restorative Farms is if you get on their website, I mean, it is just packed full of information, but volunteering, monetary support, taking their training classes, and then just continue to spread the word out there that not everybody has access to fresh produce. And I think it's just so important to change that. Mm-hmm. I know that these guys are really, they're going to revolutionize some things that are going on just in the community gardens across the country. I just believe that a lot of the ways and the things that they're doing, they make a big difference. So get on their website, check them out, volunteer with them. If you're within the community, surrounding or even further out communities, come be a part of what they're doing. You're not going to be, you're going to be excited that you did. Really, trust me.
Yeah. And you raised a really good point that there's some food deserts, here in the Dallas area. And there's some places where you can't get fresh produce. It's like you have to go so far just to get fresh produce. So empowering the community to, hey, if you can't get fresh produce, maybe you can grow your own, and giving people those ideas and empowering them with knowledge and education is so good. And so I'm really happy and excited to even be a part of this campaign, because I know that you have an event coming up next Thursday. I believe it's September 15th. We're going to go out there. I'm see about getting my hands dirty.
You're going to get them dirty. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I'm very excited for it when you're talking about something for a year, and then it finally comes to fruition, you're just like, oh, I just want to breathe a sigh of relief, because we're finally going to get out there. We're going to get our hands dirty. I'm going to get to meet them all in person as opposed to not on a Zoom call. I can't. I'm very, very, very happy. And so all the things that we're going to do, we're actually going to be adding a hoop house on this piece of property that they had invested in. We're going to plant over 1,400 plants. We're going to put out over 200 grow boxes. I mean, literally on this piece of this underutilized piece of land that we're just going to turn into a really productive space that is going to support careers. It's going to be, available for local healthy food access, and then just the overall well-being of the community. It's a great project.
Yeah, you just can't lose with this. And, of course, the big topic is climate control and all that stuff. So it also helps with that, when you plant food into the earth, it helps with the air and the ozone and all that good stuff. So I am just, again, I'm really excited to be a part of this Love Tito's Block to Block campaign. And next Thursday, we're going to be out there at the radio station, and I'm going to get my hands dirty. And
yes, you are. We'll bring your own very special pair of gloves just for you.
Yes. And I'm going to get a grow box.
Yes, you're going to get a grow box and put all the fabulous things in there. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to grab myself one as well. So, and there'll be opportunities to, plant in the ground as well. So lots of good stuff that they're doing. So,
so we invite everybody to come out, of course, and join us, or you can go to restorativefarms.com to get more information.
Yeah, we've got a limited amount of people that we'll be able to have out there, just due to that we're paying attention to all of the direction for COVID. So we'll have a sign up sheet that we'll be working with the Restorative Farms on. So, but it's going to be a great day for sure.
All right. And if someone wants more information about Titos, the Love Tito's Block to Block program, where can they get that information?
They can go onto our website, and it's available on there at titos.com. You'll go to our Love Titos section, and we have a ton of information about our Block to Block program.
All right. Thank you so much, Lisa.
I appreciate your time for sure.
Yes. Thank you.